I feel like it's been a minute.
It has been a minute. We took a week off.
We did take a week off.
And we got a couple weeks.
Arguably needed a week off. Yeah, we're around.
We got like 2 weeks.
We're around. Hi, friends.
Hello.
Welcome to Late Nights with Oko and Koko.
It is hot.
It's hot as hell. We're in the middle of a heat wave in LA. Actually, this is the coolest day in ain't it? This is the coolest day in a while.
It is. Right? You're wearing all black. That's not usual.
I am not usually wearing all black, but you know, nice. Every once in a while, you know, I had to.
It's my favorite color.
You know, I had to bust it out. I had to bust it out for the kids, for the gram,
it's
for the children.
My favorite color.
For the children.
I like those. Those are good.
Roll the intro, Corey. All right. I am.
All right. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I had
we're going to open.
Yeah, let's open this. Yeah, so we're simpler wine. We're peach simpler wining.
Yeah, it's always so easy. Right. First of all, we also studio is near a Trader Joe's.
Right.
So I mean, it's the easiest thing when I get off the train that I can go get.
Right. Stick the gum to the top like a classy bitch. Cheers.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Cheers. Oh man.
Right. How you doing?
How have I been? I had COVID last week.
Mm-hmm.
That had a nigga down for the count.
Well, you know it's going around.
Yeah.
It's going around. So people, it's a new booster shot out that they're saying that they recommended that we get.
Right. So go get that because I was.
Yeah, since you've had COVID, I've thought about not thought. I'm just going to go online and look up.
Go get one?
The nearest one because I don't want it.
It sucked.
Yeah, you're the third person I know who've had it and it was not pleasant.
No, it was not very pleasant. It was not. I've been working.
But wait, what were some of your side effects, just for people out there, because it's always good to know.
Well, let me see. I had a cough for like the first day, and then the second day I was like, I had like a fever and chills. Day 3, I was like nauseous.
Chills in a heat wave.
Chills in a heat wave.
That's when you know you're sick.
That's how I knew it was. I was like, oh, something is wrong because it was hot as hell, and I was not hot as hell. I was not. I was dealing. I was in the throes.
Right. And you've been working.
I've been working. Editing. I've been outside in the streets trying to get this money.
Making that money.
Period.
Making that money.
Might have maybe just found me a new side gig. We'll see what it is later. But I'm looking for I might have just found me a decent little side gig. Related
to what you do?
Not really. Kind of like babysitting.
A kid?
Not kids, like teenagers, kind of.
Oh.
But like.
What are you going to be doing with them?
Like, it's like you stay there with the kids for like the weekend and you just like make sure they don't burn the house down.
Okay.
While I make TikToks.
How old are these children?
Like 15.
Okay.
So like, like they're not like children. Me and children aren't like the best like children. Ew. They're like 14, 15.
Nanny Corey is hilarious.
They can wipe their own asses.
You think?
They better.
Ass men who can't wipe their asses.
Well, I won't be wiping no asses. So the minute I got to wipe an ass, I got to go. And I'm gonna leave you there shitty. Well, I'm gonna leave you there shitty.
That makes me think of.
I'm gonna go
because I remember telling you this when it happened. That makes me think of a kind of. How did I tell this story? So that makes me think of someone who I work for, who you may remember this a couple years ago. Because I remember saying this like to you, like you were the one I was talking about it with. I had a client who was sick and they needed me to come and stay with them for the weekend.
Okay.
And I think I vividly remember telling you, I said, listen, I'm all fine. I'll go and help her. I'll be there to give her food and all. But when she asked me to wipe her ass, I'm quitting. I'm coming home.
I can't wipe no ass.
I'm coming home.
I can't do it. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming.
Yeah, you actually been to that house. So.
Is that Diddy?
Where?
I'm coming home. Oh. Coming home. Tell the world I'm coming home. Is that him?
It might be. Ooh. I mean, I hope he getting his coins. I mean, while we're
he better get that money. He better scrape that money to fuck up $100 million, girl. What?
And they're going to start taking out $10 million starting next month.
If you did not,
$10 million a month.
If you did not hear, it came out breaking news that Diddy owes someone $100 million.
A man who's in prison.
In prison, yes.
Who he sexually assaulted.
His commissary is
who he sexually assaulted allegedly in 1997. Who got proof of Diddy and his people offering him smaller numbers. So, and also Diddy's denying it, but it's proof of him on the login sheet visiting him. So what are you doing, Sean? What the fuck are you doing?
So funny. $100 million? Damn.
I said this to you when we started this podcast, because that's when it all kind of broke. I'm going to say this now that we know a lot of things have happened with Diddy. Do you think he's going to go broke?
I mean, yeah, if each of these, I thought $30 million was a lot of money. And that was the settle.
It's racking up.
No, and that was to settle.
Yeah, and it's others to come.
They setting a good precedent.
They are doing that.
They said I'm gonna need at least me. So, you know, Cassie got 30 million and ain't go to court. He went to court, got 100 million. So did he know that he better sell these
shit? Cassie got 30 million, and then a couple months later, Lord knows, we all saw that video, and it was like you deserve everything you got.
Yeah.
Because a nigga molly-whopping you in the elevator with cameras is a shameful nigga.
Right.
Shame him.
Crazy times.
So before we get to all that other niggery, I want to ask you a couple things.
Sure.
All right. So remove one artist from each row. First row, Sabrina Carpenter, Ariana Pony, Doja. No. Let me say it again. Sabrina Carpenter, Pony, Dua Lipa. Remove one of them.
One has to go.
One has to go. Bye-bye.
Oh, this is a good game. This is okay. Sabrina Carpenter, Ariana Grande, Dua Lipa. Okay, I can't get rid of my girl Ari. Ari got to stay.
Really?
Ari's got to stay.
I thought you was going to get rid of Pony.
No fucking shot. What? Those new bitches? Those are new bitches. I've been jumping Ariana for a long time.
The boys' mind wasn't that good, though.
That new one wasn't my favorite song, but you know, Ariana got boppy bop 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 bops. Honeymoon Avenue. Okay, Ariana
No, there's nothing better than Honeymoon
Ariana
Avenue.
got a couple. She got a couple good ones.
So, okay.
So I guess I'm going to get rid of Sabrina Carpenter. I feel like is my new it girl.
A friend of ours
right
told us that you are like the biggest fan of Sabrina Carpenter.
I like her. I do like her. I heard she's not that nice, but I do like her.
Did you hear that?
I did.
Not surprising.
And it wasn't super surprising, and it was from a credible source.
Oh, I believe it if it was from people in the alley. You know, I would believe it. Give a shit.
I think I'm getting rid of Dua Lipa.
Dua's a beauty.
She is, but
I don't know much about her, but I find her look to be cute.
I only got like one or two Dua Lipa songs I like. Sabrina Carpenter, I'm digging.
All right, so the next one is so easy, but we got to do it. Riri, Beyonce Giselle, or Onika Mirage.
Oh, well, bye, Nikki.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Bye, Nikki.
And that's not to say that you don't have that Onika don't have bops, because Onika has bops.
Onika does have bops, but if
when
I
you
had to choose
say that
between
Onika
those,
have more bops, then you would think that Rihanna has more bops you like than Onika.
For sure.
Interesting.
For sure. Rihanna? Shut Up and Drive? SOS? What's that song where she look like Michael Jackson? You look so dumb right now.
Oh yeah.
Take a Bow.
Take a Bow.
What's
the one? One of my favorites. Her and Aubrey in this corner, like walking down the crowd, like work. In the bodega.
No. That's What's My
Name. I love that one. I love that one.
No, Rihanna got hits.
I love Rihanna.
Poe It Up. She got that cake. No, Rihanna's got hits.
A video surfaced of her like at Fashion Week this week, snubbing Naomi Campbell because they don't like each other anymore over a man.
Okay.
Rihanna dated Naomi's ex.
The rich Arab
billionaire guy. Yeah,
right. Yeah, he was cute.
So she snubbed her. She walked in, saw the fashion editor Emil. I can't think of it ain't Emil, but he know who he is from Vogue, and hugged him. And then there was Law Roach and Naomi. And when I tell you, Rihanna, and just true like Pisces, I do not see you, you peasant.
You peasant bitch.
Just walked on by.
You broke hoe.
I mean, and it's like Naomi Campbell is Naomi Campbell. We give her that.
Right.
Law Roach, I've heard things about him too. So God bless. Are you familiar with Law Roach?
No.
This may help. He's Zendaya's stylist. So he has like the bust down.
That did not help.
It didn't help?
No.
Okay.
No. I've heard the name LaRoche, but I did not actually know.
Got it.
I could not put
all right, so last one. Gaga, Billie Eilish, or Doja Cat. We haven't even talked about Gaga on this show.
Doja? Gaga got to go. Yeah. I don't like Gaga, really.
I don't think we've talked about her.
I think we talked about her when she came to LA. Was there a night where she came? Was that in the last year? I think she had come to LA. That was like one of the first episodes too.
I do remember that. Like yes, that's true.
That was a while ago.
That is true.
That's an interesting
one. A couple more things like music related. All right, so richest, that's a lot of niggery today of music. But richest female musicians of all time is 3.
The 3 richest?
Richest female musicians of all time. Tell me the 3.
It's got to be Taylor Swift. Madonna.
No.
Mariah Carey.
They would love that, but no.
Taylor's worth $1 billion. I'm trying to think about who's worth that much money.
It's 2 more people.
Beyonce?
She about 4. She's not up there though.
Dolly Parton?
Good old Dolly. No. All right, the first one is Riri.
Oh.
Who is worth $2 billion.
Right.
Put some respect on her name.
I'm so sorry, Rihanna. My apologies. Selena Gomez?
She's number 2.
Right. Also worth $1 billion. That's new.
Yeah. So to be fair, Selena and Taylor are worth the same. So Rihanna is,
and I think they're best friends too.
I suppose. I think they're
like.
But
besties.
I do have questions.
I love that. I love billionaires.
I have questions.
Billionaires, besties in their 30s. That's a lifestyle.
I have questions about Selena because I legitimately don't know. Why is she worth this much money?
Rare beauty.
What does that mean?
Her makeup line.
Oh, she has a makeup line.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of this. Is that why she's like showing billboards around town?
No, she's on that show, Only Murders in the Building.
Oh.
With Steve
Martin?
Martin, right.
Yes, I've seen those.
I haven't seen the show.
I definitely haven't seen it, but I spent this morning thinking, I didn't even look it up because I felt like you would know more than I would. I'm like, why is she worth $1 billion?
It's the rare beauty. It just came out that she was worth $1 billion like
and people are buying it.
Ago. Yeah, hoes are buying it. Yeah, they're buying it. The same way Rihanna's worth $1 billion too. $2 billion is a damn Fenty. That's the same way Kylie's worth $1 billion. The
That's
makeup.
The only reason she's not on here is because she's not a musician.
The makeup is where the money is.
Yeah, she would be on here, I think, if
These
she was.
These bitches, refill. They got that lipstick color that my man like, okay? And got to go get a new bottle. Running low.
Also, Bruno Mars has been named the 20th greatest pop star of the 21st century, according to Billboard.
The 20th?
Yeah, so I suppose they've done this 20 times, and this year, he's been ranked as the greatest pop star of the 21st century.
I mean, Bruno Mars is pretty solid. He's pretty good. And he's got a lot of songs. He's got also like a very long and spanning career.
Does he?
I catch a grenade for you. That's Bruno Mars. Like from a song from like 2009, 8. I want to be a billionaire so fucking bad.
Now,
buy all the things I never
is Bruno
had.
the one that paired with Anderson .Paak and did the group?
Yep.
What is that group? Silk Sonic?
Silk Sonic, yep.
I like them.
Yep. Bruno Mars is fire.
Anderson .Paak is a talent.
He is. Bruno Mars is fire as fuck. Bruno Mars is he's very talented.
Is he black?
Yeah, like black Samoan.
Okay.
Yeah. I put him in the black category for sure.
Well, yeah, he ain't white.
No, yeah, I definitely put him in the black category for sure. And he doesn't really make white shit either. Well, he used to make whiter stuff.
Do you hear that The Weeknd has a new album coming out?
I don't care.
You don't care?
Well, I'm like, it's cool. Like, I'm not a big The Weeknd fan. I mean, that doesn't surprise me that his new album out. Will I be listening to it? Probably not.
That's funny.
I'm probably not. Realistically.
All right, quick am I wrong?
We'll get your change, Mr. Black Man.
That's who that Weeknd?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, funny story. Not dated, Lord. That's not true. This man probably looking at this podcast like he's lying because we did not date. We had one night only, honey.
One night
according
only.
To Jennifer Hudson.
One night only.
But and Beyonce, because that was the great about Dreamgirls. They were so rivals the way Beyonce did a version. Like, you're singing Beyonce's version.
I'm singing Beyonce's version.
Yeah, because Jennifer's own was a ballad.
I don't want to sing Jennifer's version. I was like, I don't even, that's bold.
Good old J Hud. Who is coming back to her show starts back soon.
I'm going to go to a taping. You want to go?
Oh, I would go to Jennifer's taping. I hope she has better wigs.
We can go to a taping.
I hope she has better
the promos look better. The promo
Good. I
pictures
think
look
that
better.
whatever she was testing, I hope she passed.
Right.
She passed. Get back to the good hair, good bundles.
Good bundles.
Here is our Am I Wrong? This Am I Wrong is political, and I want us to talk about the debate after, but here's the Am I
the
Wrong.
debate is today.
It is tonight. Kamala and, what's his name? Trump.
Mr. Trumpicious.
All right, play this. And the question is what do you think about what she's saying? And we've never talked about this person on
It's
the show.
Tuesday, and
This
I
is
was
Rosie
just...
O'Donnell.
That's Rosie O'Donnell.
That is Rosie.
Okay.
It's Tuesday, and I was just thinking about Trump's ear injury. Why is it that no investigative journalist has done a story about his wound? Now, I actually heard him say from his own lips, I regrew my ear. The doctor said I was really fast at regrowing my ear. Regrowing his ear? I mean, and how does he get away with nobody like following up on that? He shows up with a maxi pad on his ear, right? And frankly, if
not a maxi pad, Rosie, a maxi pad. God damn, he said it was a heavy flow day.
he worked on Grey's Anatomy, and that's how they treated the wound, bandaged the wound, just slapping a maxi pad right on it. They would be fired from the show because of the lack of realism. It's like, it's so absurd what he gets away with. Now,
So the question I think though is, because I do think it's legitimate, why have we not heard like investigative pieces on? I went on the record on this show and said I thought it was Heinz ketchup.
That is what you said.
I did say that. And
did say
I've
that.
had people say to me, I had some friend of me say that.
You like came out swinging. That was like the first thing of the episode. That was like first.
Someone said to me that the show, when you guys go into conspiracy theories, it's kind of funny.
Right.
Because I try to be fair, but I
really don't want to think that Donald. I really don't want to think that Donald Trump, like, I really want to think that that's not what happened. I want to think that Donald Trump got shot. I really want to think that Donald Trump got shot. That's what I want to believe.
But you don't find it interesting. So let's flip it. If Kamala had gotten shot in the ear, blood gouging out, she got up, shifted her silk press, and said, fight.
Right.
You think it just would have disappeared? We wouldn't be talking. You don't think
I didn't
Katie
say
Couric
that. I didn't say
would be
that.
like, what happened? Or Brian Gumble, and he's home. Brian ain't even worked in 20 years.
Right.
So I do think that she has a legitimate like point of, why are we not talking about this? What happened to this
Realistically, so much has happened in
That's
the
true,
last
too.
like 5-6 weeks that you couldn't even really. It was like when COVID was happening, and the Black Lives Matter was happening, and they just like squeezed in there that the aliens was that existed, and they just kind of skirted that under the rug, like they could, because like there was so much else going on that we couldn't even like take the moment to be like, wait, the aliens exist. That would have been that would have been Time Magazine thing of the year,
right?
Had it been set at just a slightly like less busy news cycle, but it just didn't get to dominate the way that it maybe could have because of so much else that was going on. And what's bigger than Donald Trump getting shot? Joe Biden stepping down
and Kamala
stepping up. Right.
I think that's true. I do think that that's a good point, because maybe what's happened is Trump lost control of the story because something else was dangled in front of us,
much larger.
So people are more interested.
It's only interesting when a president gets shot and they die. People make assassination attempts happen on presidents all the time.
Yeah, and some, all the time. Yeah. Ronald Reagan was shot. He didn't die, but he was shot.
He was shot, right? You know what I'm saying? Like assassination attempts happens on presidents all the time. It's only interesting when they die. He didn't die. So
I recently read a story that Barack Obama, like they wrote down how many assassination attempts were circumvented during his 8 years. Massive.
Right.
Massive.
Right.
A lot of people were out to get him.
Right.
Thankfully, it didn't happen. But now Rosie is always usually ahead of the thing with Trump. She famously is the first one on The View all those years ago that said that he was broke. She said that he don't pay bills. He vilified her. She left the show. So she does she's always been able to, in the rest of my grandma, she got his number. I just thought it was great because it did make me think something that people that we know are talking about. Like, what was that we saw? It was like a performance piece, it feels.
Right.
Something about it felt performative. And he recently, even Trump, he's been talking about it almost in a way like, I survived. And we don't know where that came from. So it's like he's bought into it. So I thought that was a good and a different version of Am I Wrong? Now I went to tonight. What are because next week we'll come back and talk about it.
How was that Am I Wrong? What about that had to do with what was wrong?
Well, is she wrong? Like, what is her point of like, is she wrong thinking that?
I mean, is she wrong thinking that? No. Is that Am I Wrong?
Oh, you have another one? That's good.
Right. Okay. So the Missouri Supreme Court restored so the Republicans sued to take abortion off the ballot.
Right.
Because they were like, put it up to the states. Right. And then the states started voting and unanimously they are losing. They are codifying abortion access in states. So right now, all of the Republican legislation people are trying to like sue to get them off the ballots because they just move the goalposts like they like to do. And so it's interesting because So it went to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court struck it down, said it's going on the ballot.
Okay.
And that's interesting because I'm pretty sure Missouri is a
Red.
It's red, but isn't it like kind of like a swing state kind of, or is it like super red?
It's not one of the swing states. No, it's not one of the 7.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So Missouri is. I think these are going to push more because people go out and vote for abortion access.
For sure. Yeah.
People go outside and
Anytime,
vote
that's
for
the great
abortion
thing why we want it on the ballot.
Right.
Especially as like women want it on the ballot. That's the thing.
Of course.
You want it on the ballot.
Republicans had said, "Oh, put it up to the states." They said strike down Roe v. Wade so that it can go to the states. States access, states laws, and then they did, and then it's going to the states, and they don't like the results they're getting.
Of course not.
Which is right. And so now I'm interested in just like the referendum on like because there's this wave coming is large. I think that there's.
Well, I think it's going to be massive.
I think it's going to be massive.
And I think that kudos to when they say Nancy Pelosi called Joe Biden 2 days before he stepped down and said, "You have to step down because you are going to make us lose. You're going to lose, but you're also going to lose down the ballot. So we need to figure out something because it's not going to work."
Right.
And I do think that just the freshness of Kamala Harris has brought about, it's really helped because if you look at all the polls of down the ballot in most of these states, the Democrat is in the lead. Right. And I think it is just because we have the top feels more secure. We feel more comfortable.
Right.
Do you have any predictions for the debate tonight?
Oof. Right.
Are
I don't
you
know.
nervous?
I still have to figure out how I'm going to even watch the debate tonight. I kind of want to go watch it at a bar. That would be interesting to go watch it at a bar. Actually, maybe I can try to get Twan to go watch it at a bar. That sounds like fun. Do I have any predictions for the debate? Donald Trump is a good talker, but now he's the old guy.
Yeah.
And Donald Trump is so funny because he was sitting there talking about Biden and calling him old like he wasn't 2 years younger than him.
Yeah.
But now that old, like, if 2 years makes a difference, this 20 between you and Kameme is going to definitely make a difference, I think.
Do you think that, because it's really the first time that we have seen Trump up against, because he's fought with Obama, but he's never ran against Obama.
Right.
So this is the first time we've seen him really up against a person of color who's also a black woman.
Right.
I am a little interested in like how he behaves because we know he can be scum of the earth.
For sure.
He can be a horrible person to fight with.
Right.
I do think it's a little different this time because he's not just fighting with Hillary Clinton, who, even though she was qualified, she wasn't a prosecutor. Kamala is a prosecutor. She knows felons,
right, and how to talk to them.
Yeah,
for the sake of persuading audiences.
For sure, her whole thing is like building her case.
Right. So I think Donald's got something to worry about.
I do too.
But what's interesting is that like Donald Trump has been playing the same note
for 10 years.
For 10 years.
Yes.
So. And so now. And Kamala, we don't have like as much. There's not as much of information about her talking. We don't really know her.
Well,
not really.
That's great that you say that. It's interesting that you say that because 30% of Americans' biggest, not gripe, because it could be a positive too. 30% of Americans recently polled said that their biggest thing about her was that they felt like they did not know her. Right. So she has to do some persuading tonight. She has to like show her case tonight.
Right. We're getting like,
and who are you?
No one really gives a shit about Donald's performance.
No, because we know what he's going to do.
Right. Like we kind of have this concept down packed. We've seen it before.
He's done it. Yes.
But Kameme, this is new. So there will be people watching.
Well, some are saying that they're already billing it as probably the biggest debate of all time. Yeah.
Right. The last presidential debate I watched.
Oh, Lord. You didn't. Nah, the one with Joe where he couldn't talk.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
You did not watch that. That was
the
horrible.
last presidential debate I actually sat and watched was with Mitt Romney and Barack.
2012. I watched those two.
That was the last one I watched.
You didn't watch Trump with
did
Hillary?
Did I watch Donald and Hillary?
I did. That was
I don't think I watched. I don't think I watched.
I remember
that.
at one point he was like following her around the stage. It was hard to watch.
I don't think I watched that. It sounds inappropriate that I haven't watched one since 2012. That doesn't really feel right because I don't
think that's right.
I don't really think that seems right either. But that's the last one I can remember watching. That's what I can remember sitting down and be like, wow, did I watch? I don't think I watched Hillary and Trump.
You voted for Hillary for sure.
Yeah, because I don't think the thing with Trump is I had no. There's nothing that Donald Trump can do to make me vote for him.
Oh no.
He could do amazingly, and Kamala could go up there and shit herself.
Oh, she could shit. She could throw a maxi pad at him, and I would still vote for her on November 5th.
Right.
I mean that. Now.
Right.
There was nothing.
So part of me is like,
absolutely nothing.
I want to watch, yes, but I don't want to watch. The rambling. I'm excited to see the rambling because I haven't watched Donald Trump. Every time I'm watching Donald Trump speak, it's very, very hard to follow.
Especially lately, because he's really riddled. Like, he just knew that he was going to be able to fight, what's his name, Biden?
Yeah. And
now that she's in the picture, and he's throwing things. He really thought that, and we talked about it on the show, he really thought that the whole she's not black, she's Indian. He thought that was going to get a little more with her. It didn't rile her up. And she was on CNN last week. Dana Bash asked her about that, and she says, same old playbook, next question. And Dana was like, wait, that's it? She says, that's it. And something you pointed out that I'm glad we're talking about it, that is very true, and people are talking about it now. She's not centering her blackness or her womanhood.
No.
Which I think is very interesting.
Right. That is not the.
So maybe she learned from 2016.
With that, yes, she can, whatever the fuck it was.
Whatever Hillary was saying.
Whatever Hillary was saying. I'm with her.
Something.
I'm with her.
Because she's not saying it. She's not putting, it's not, she never mentioned it in her DNC speech.
I'm excited to see Hillary sitting.
Hillary?
With the good seats at Kamala's.
Oh, Hillary's going to be so happy.
With the good seats.
Hillary's going to be so happy. Hillary's so proud of Kamala, and you can just tell that this win is for her too, I think.
Right.
But it's like, fuck him.
Right.
Because she should be our president.
Right.
We should have been ending her
Hillary.
It should have been it.
Right.
And we just, this damn country. So we'll see. I think that we are, it is nice to be able to have a microphone and be able to talk about this. I would be bitching about it with you on a telephone, regardless. Right. This wouldn't have changed.
Right.
But I do think, it would change a little bit because I wouldn't have said what exactly I say on this show.
Oko's a lot spicier
in real life. Yeah, I wouldn't say all of it, but
I think I'm also a little spicier in real life too. Well,
in real life,
yeah.
I don't think you really do different.
No.
What you do different is. And we've both had to learn how to do this. We think about stories we're going to tell. Right. Like, do I want to fucking say this on the show?
Am I saying this out loud?
Yeah.
Right.
That's what we think about. But you you're not tampering. You're not holding back. I do hold back at times because I just don't feel like it's necessary. Like, I can talk to you in real life and say, fuck that person.
Right.
I mean, that's why the conspiracy was big enough, because it was like my first time on this show saying, I don't buy it. I don't buy this Trump shit. Right. I think Trump is faking us, and I think that he pulled one over on this country, and it won't be the first time he's lied.
No.
He's a liar.
Right.
This man doesn't give a shit, and I think he thought that was going to always be the talking point because he thought he was going to be up against Joe. And then the black woman came along and got all the people, because people are
a lot of people have come in. Liz Cheney done came, and Liz and Dick. I said something. It said Richard Cheney endorses.
Richard.
And I was like, who the fuck is Richard Cheney? Oh, Dick. Dick endorsed. That's impressive.
And John McCain's youngest son, Jimmy.
What is he? Commander?
Yeah.
General?
Yeah, something. Jimmy McCain, who was the youngest child of John and Sidney, he came out and said that he also married to a black woman.
I didn't know
that. It's worth noting that the black one probably told him, you got me fucked up.
Right.
If you think you gonna sit this one out and be an independent,
right,
and go write in your daddy's name.
Right. Not today.
Not today. I like John. But no. Not when this man is telling us that this is gonna be the last election. Because we hearing Trump say things like that. Which is why I don't know why people are voting for him, because like that's scary talk.
Right.
Like and what's great about this moment with you is that I was so upset and so over Joe to where I couldn't even have this conversation with you 6 months ago.
No.
Because I was not voting.
Right.
I was so.
He was like, I'm not voting. I was like, there's a lot of time.
I ain't gonna talk about
it.
I am not. I am leaving these. I do not care. So I do think that we're like in a very.
Do you think we're heading to like some version of like an October surprise?
I have had moments, which is why when a couple of days ago, Sunday, the polls.
An October surprise, people, is the right before an election, the thing that happens in October that changes or that
it's usually like a secret or something. Yeah,
right.
Mitt Romney's 47% video came out in October in 2012. That was like a damning video because we heard on record that he was saying that he only cared about a certain demographic of people.
Right.
James Comey did the shit he did to Hillary.
Right.
Also, Pussygate, the whole
grabbing by the pussy. That was also October.
That was October surprise.
Right.
Only thing with Kamala is that that's the great thing. Like, we kind of know her career. We done fought it, even if it's just for statewide.
It's like her statewide name recognition is very good.
Yes.
It's relatively positive.
Right.
But like on a national scale, she has good, solid.
I mean, she was fucking the mayor of San Francisco. That can't be shocking no more. We done talked about that for 10 years.
And she was fucking him after she got elected.
She was. It doesn't even matter. Like, this woman would not have gotten where she is just on good pussy.
Right.
It's a lot of bitches with good pussy that are in the hood.
Right.
On the boulevard.
It's a fact.
Sitting in this chair.
Right.
Be very clear. And it ain't got me nowhere.
A gift from God.
I mean, it ain't got me nowhere. Not even a chicken sandwich.
Right.
So I never had like the gift of like good pussy and people open doors and say go to trips.
Right.
I've never had that.
Well, I'm not an elected official.
I don't know how to take you all the way to the top. Oh boy. All right. Kendrick or Beyonce? How are we starting this conversation?
We're starting it with Nicki. So Kendrick.
That's how we're starting? Yeah. Yes. Kendrick. Yeah. That's the way.
So Kendrick, if you did not know, people who listening, our lovely, wonderful listeners have,
who do listen, who really do listen, and they really like us, and actually like.
My brother caught up to the show, and he was like, I'm upset I caught up. He says, I caught up.
No, I have had people call me. I no lie. I mean, I don't tell you this because it's great to do it right here. But I wake up to because I'm not on Instagram, so I wake up to I literally wake up to audios of friends saying, "I'm in my car, I'm on my way to work, catching up."
Right.
I didn't mention this to you. A couple weeks ago, I talked to you. We were talking about who was going to who was the new judge on American Idol.
And we thought it was going to be Adele.
Yes, and you were doing the guessing game.
Right.
And you mentioned LeAnn Rimes. I think you mentioned Shania Twain.
Right.
And I said, of course, I love Shania. And I says...
I just saw Shania Twain the other day.
In real life?
Yeah.
How was that?
I saw her with Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that was last week. I saw Sabrina Carpenter is filming a Christmas special. And I was in the taping for the Christmas special, of which she did a duet with Shania Twain. For the sake of surprise, I won't tell you what the song was, but I did see...
Shania was good?
Shania was okay.
She's an older lady, though, isn't she?
She is an older lady. She sounded like an older lady.
Oh, poor thing.
The bump it was bumping in.
Of course, whatever song I said was Shania, the person called me and it was like, Oko, that is not Shania. You just sit on that podcast. That is Bonnie Raitt.
I'm like, what is... I drive me crazy. Is that Shania Twain? I think that's Shania Twain.
I can't even think. I feel like a woman. Yeah, that might be her. I don't want to say it again, though. All right, you were talking about Kendrick, because I'll say somebody else.
Okay, so in case you had not heard, I got my New York Times notifications. They be buzzing me with shit all day. This person died, because what's his name? James Earl Jones just died.
Yes, he did.
Got that ding. What other ding have I gotten in the last couple of days? Whatever. Kendrick Lamar is performing at the Super Bowl.
He is next year, the 2025.
And that's super exciting. Yay for Kendrick. Since Jay-Z took over the Super Bowl, it's been better. Who performed last year? Usher.
And the year before that was Riri.
Right. Jay-Z's doing good. Jay-Z's doing a good job curating the show.
Yeah.
And so Kendrick is coming out. Now, the Super Bowl, here's the thing. I feel like the Super Bowl generally takes place in either New Orleans.
It seemed like it. This would be the 11th time.
Or LA. It's in LA a lot.
It is too.
It's in LA a lot.
It was just here 2 years ago.
It's in New Orleans more often.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
11 times.
It's probably been in LA like 6 or 7 times.
Okay. But I will say, I've been here for 14 years. That was the first time it had been here in my tenure.
I don't think that's true.
I would remember that, though.
I don't think that's true. But like the
I believe so.
What years? Now I gotta add. What years has LA hosted
the Super Bowl?
The Super Bowl.
I'm pretty sure it wouldn't. It was not before 2010.
83, 87, 93, 2022.
Yeah, I told you. Well, yeah. I knew that I had, because we remember it was a big. We could feel it in the city. It was like I had never had that here.
It was lit. In the Super Bowl 27. The one in 27 will be at SoFi as well.
Yeah, I heard that it's coming back.
And so I kind of feel like this. I feel like Kendrick would do better hosting a Super Bowl that was in LA.
And he was on this one too.
That was in LA, right?
Yeah,
he
came out.
He did come out
because it was like hip hop.
Yeah, he was.
West Coast hip hop.
I forgot that he was there. Yeah, he was there.
Yeah, he came.
So Kendrick's doing it. That's lit. There's people are mad that Lil Wayne is not hosting the Super Bowl. Is not performing at the Super Bowl. And Nicki Minaj came out.
She did.
And said about, how, what did she say?
I got him because I knew that we were talking about this. All right. So Nicki
she continued, your hatred for Birdman, Drake, and Nicki got you punishing Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, the GOAT. Nola, what's good? Eminem stood firm on having 50 Cent come out. A white man. Shit sad. House nigger tings. But it's good for them. No loyalty, whelp. Then niggas will keep sunning you. DTLR, Gag City, DC, LMFAO, good ass Fidel. God, you are good ass Fidel. Okay, in order. Nicki Minaj, you are supposed to be Trini. Why, when your accent comes out, is it so Jamaican? West Indian people, am I crazy? Because like, Oko's from the South, Southern in LA, West Indian people. Is Nicki's accent not real fucking Jamaican? Is it not just me who thinks this? I know Trini niggas, and they don't sound like this. A. B. Stop doing all the coke, girl. What is this? Why you nigger ting, house nigger ting? Jay-Z is a house nigga? You got a lot of nerve, Barbie. You got a lot of fucking nerve with the pedo husband and the pedo brother and the shit. You got a lot of nerve, bitch. Whole lot of fucking nerve. Nicki, it's not a good look. Not a fan.
No, you're not a fan.
Not a fan.
I'm not really a fan.
This is icky.
It's icky because it's also like she went on to say that at some point in those tweets, she was like, I guess she'll go back to protecting or like taking up for the person who we shall not name who is being mistreated or whatever, which they alluded to was Beyonce.
Beyonce is being mistreated?
Yeah, I'm paraphrasing because it was crazy talk. She tweets, like someone said, she tweets like Trump. I can hardly really figure out what Anika's thing is, but I do want to say that, all right, she's crazy. She's also obviously on some substances. I've even heard you mention the pedo man. I've heard that she, since we go to conspiracy, I'll take this too. I'll say something else I've heard. I've heard that she tried to get her child into a school here and that she couldn't because of a pedo husband.
Right.
That'd aggravate the shit out of me.
Right.
Personally, if I was a mama.
Because your daddy can't come pick up the kid.
Yeah.
Because he can't be near a school.
And I've also told you this privately, but I'll say this too, not talking about who said this to me, but I also heard that she was wretched on this latest tour.
Right.
To workers, wretched. And that's from a credible source too. But I am going to say just fuck her in that regard. And don't, Barbs, please.
Right.
I don't care.
You coming from Beyonce and Jay? No.
That's what I want to like talk about, like, because she always have really like praised Beyonce.
And
why
her,
is she acting like
she's
this?
nasty. Like Nicki does that. She's nice to people until she's nasty.
But what, these two you want to go
She's
against?
done it to everyone. She has been like Nicki has been everyone's friend. Nicki and Megan were friends. Nicki and Ice Spice, not Nicki and Ice Spice. That spin's coming. But Nicki and Lotto were friends. Like they were all cool. And then Nicki just was shitty and just got shittier. Nicki and Doja, that beef is spinning out. It's coming. I'm certain.
Oh, I'm sure it's coming. Also, it is worth noting that an article came out that said that, quote, the selection process begins with the panel, which includes officials such as the NFL's director of entertainment, folk from NFL's production company, and the halftime show's director and producer. After a long and detailed process, the short list is handed over to the Super Bowl's housing city for a final decision. So some of that ire at Jay-Z is misplaced because it's like it's more than just Jay-Z.
Who has the pick of who does
I do want to talk to you about like the part about
the Super Bowl has gotten a whole lot blacker and more entertaining since he took over.
That is true. I want to talk about the part about Lil Wayne. And I wouldn't have talked about it if I would have just had Onika's stupid ass in my mind. But Juvenile, the rapper, had this to say. Play this, and I do think that I don't know. He said something that I want to talk about.
Want me to speak on this Super Bowl situation. Look, I'm mad about the situation just like y'all, man, but, you know, my hatred is toward the NFL. You know, not really the people that booked the halftime show. I'm mad at the people that hired the motherfuckers that booked the halftime show. I feel like y'all should step in. Y'all done threw 11 Super Bowls in New Orleans, man. Y'all have yet to put a hip-hop artist from New Orleans on the damn Super Bowl. Sure, y'all have put artists on the Super Bowl back in the days. Al Hurt, and the list goes on. Not too many. You know, I feel like every time y'all come here, y'all should have somebody from our city on this shit. But this time it really hit hard when you don't have Lil Wayne on the show. I don't see how the fuck y'all don't have Lil Wayne doing the halftime show. Somebody that has a whole bunch of fucking hits and somebody that really deserves it and somebody that can bring out multiple artists of all genres.
I do hear, there is a point to be made there.
Sure. I think the best thing that I heard there was that he said there's been 11 Super Bowls.
Yes.
Wayne has been popping for a very long time.
That is upsetting.
They could have, y'all mad he's not the guy this time? Sure. Be mad about it, I guess. But also, Lil Wayne ain't burning up no charts. Lil Wayne ain't dropping no crazy hot features right now. Lil Wayne is
my rebuttal to that.
But he's not.
But was Rihanna?
Rihanna is the number 6 listened to person on the planet. And has been without putting out no album, without doing no Super Bowl.
What about Usher Raymond?
Usher was doing his Vegas residency, popping bitches.
But did that make him relevant to now?
I think
we know people who went to the show.
Usher was. That was.
I'm really kind of playing. I tell you, the devil don't need an advocate, so I'm not doing that. But Usher, I do think that he has a point.
Usher was like the king of Vegas last year.
That is true.
Usher was the king of Vegas, and Usher also has been out longer than Lil Wayne with hits and hits and hits and hits and hits and hits.
I love Usher.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
I like Rihanna, but I do think he has a point with 11 years, 11 times.
Should Wayne have been invited to a Super Bowl?
What the fuck is going on?
For sure. Do I think that Wayne has been relevant really at all in the last decade? Not really.
I agree with that.
Not really.
I don't disagree with that.
When Wayne was gonna play the Super Bowl, Wayne should have played the Super Bowl in 2008. 9, 10. That should have been when Wayne was doing the Super Bowl. That was when Wayne was fire and when Wayne was when Wayne was in these streets. It could have been Black Eyed Peas and Lil Wayne. It could have been Katy Perry and Lil Wayne. It could have, you know what I'm saying? This would have worked then. But and I say that I'm a Lil Wayne Super Bowl performance now. I don't know if I think he's at the top of the list of niggas who I want to see on the Super Bowl right now.
No, he would need to be like a feature.
Right, bring Wayne out.
Yeah, that's
bring him out. Yeah, give him a minute. Let him share it with somebody.
Yeah. I agree with that. I just felt like I hadn't took into consideration Rihanna with the streams. I really meant chart topping, and she's probably been charting too. I don't know.
Rihanna is incredibly listened to. She's incredibly popular.
She can do no wrong in my eyes either. But I do think that Juvenile had a point when he said the 11 times. This is what I was saying to you before we realized I wanted to have it on the show.
No one was mad when Rihanna was playing that Super Bowl in New Orleans 2 years ago.
And she didn't bring out nobody.
And Lil Wayne was not.
And she was in the duvet.
Right.
Barely doing anything.
Right.
Literally.
No, right. But Rihanna,
she was pregnant too.
Yeah, pregnant. We love you.
Yeah, she wasn't giving much. We saw that together at a party.
We did.
And we were all like, oh. Okay.
Yeah. That party almost set the kitchen on fire. Almost set the burn the house down. We didn't burn the house down. We saved the house from getting burned.
We did. I noticed it. Then you took it out. You noticed I didn't go near the fire.
Oko called it out. He was like, "Oh my God, that's on fire."
Go.
And he sat there.
I did. But I do think though that back to Wayne, I think that Juvenile has some points. I also think that, and this is what I was saying to you before I realized I wouldn't have it on this show. Why can't I think there's a possibility because Kendrick is a very smart rapper.
Kendrick totally would have brought out Lil Wayne. He totally would have done that.
And Birdman.
That's the other thing.
I don't get that part.
I'm like, Nicki's like, I'm standing, a white man stood down so that I'm like, first of all, bitch, it's fucking September. The show ain't till fucking February.
Yeah.
Mad time to put together the damn roster. The nigga probably found out he was doing the Super Bowl last week.
And
like,
he told him when they asked him what his reaction to being the headliner, Kendrick, he said, rap music is still the most impactful genre to date, and I'll be there to remind the world why they got the right one. So Kenny, good for you. I do think though that this is what I was trying to say to you.
Nicki was acting like it was after the show came out, and Wayne did not come out.
And by the way, Dwayne Carter haven't said shit.
Right, because he probably...
I think some people are speaking for him. Like, this man ain't saying nothing. He's not present a lot of times.
Wayne knows at the time that...
Oh, my God. Remember, I prayed for Wayne.
You did. You did. Because Wayne was not looking good last time.
Oh, yeah. That was all. I was so... Pray for Wayne.
I forgot about that.
We've talked about a lot of shit on this show.
We should do a highlight reel for the last year.
There was a Wayne prayer. Because you showed a video, and I thought he was sick and shut in.
Yeah, he looked like it.
But I think it's also worth noting that Jay-Z helped him pay his taxes, they say, in 2018, kind of to Nicki's point of what is she doing. I also hear that he might even be a Trumper. That means something to some people. To me, it does.
Yeah, at least, again, I can
he won't be the only rich nigga.
Nope.
That's a Trumper. We know we don't know some, but they're around. They're not admitting it.
I know a couple.
There are black people Trumpers, and some of them are rich, and some of them are poor and religious and crazy. But I do think that with Onika, it's like, why are you even doing this? But this is what I was going to say to you. We cut off early, and I'm glad because I wanted to say this. So if he was to let's say when Kendrick gets up there, if he was to call Lil Wayne and say, you want to come and do a little bit on the set.
Right.
Based upon Wayne's relationship to Drake, how does that work? Because I feel like loyalty is the thing. If these two men are beefing, right, when such and such call your phone, your enemy, who really did kind of...
Run your protege through the mud.
Through the mud,
Through the motherfucking mud.
I mean, through the fucking
mud. To the tune of millions of dollars and weeks at the number one.
Set your ass back to Texas.
Song of the summer.
He's now a resident of Texas. Aubrey. He said, bye.
Right.
I'm going to Dallas, Austin.
Right.
It is something incredible. If you read Kendrick's last tweets, the first tweet his last tweets read, the 4:30 of this year, it says Euphoria. 5-4, it says Meet the Grams. 5-4, it says Not Like Us. September 8th, it says Super Bowl New Orleans. And they were like, what a run.
Right.
What a fucking run.
Right.
You and I have talked about Not Like Us. I feel like it's been around forever because we live in Los Angeles and that's all you seem like you hear lately.
Right. All summer, that's all these things.
That's all we are talking about.
All summer.
But back to my question to you though, how were you like? I don't feel like Wayne can go on Kendrick's set. How could he?
in respect to Drake.
Yes.
Right.
This is like that's what Nicki is getting at. Wayne put them on.
Right.
And Drake is, they say, very territorial. I know someone who worked for him, and he don't just fire your ass when he find out you're a traitor. He takes back the jury and all that he done gave you.
Lil Wayne is Lil Wayne. That's a little different. If Lil Wayne decided to...
Yeah, he ain't gonna fuck with Lil Wayne like that.
Right, but Lil Wayne probably definitely ain't gonna do it.
No way, Jose.
Kendrick probably would call him an alpha.
I could see that.
And Lil Wayne...
So it makes the conversation that people are having kind of null and void. It's like, it's not going to happen.
Unlikely.
It's not going to happen.
Unlikely.
And to your point, I don't know if Wayne really if the Super Bowl was in 2008,
right,
it would have been Lil Wayne.
Right.
Period.
Right. Right.
No one dominated more than Dwayne Carter.
Nobody.
So no, that's not an issue. But I think 16 years later, it is a little different. He needs to be Mr. Officer. One of my favorite songs.
Lil Wayne was fire.
One of my favorite songs.
Lil Wayne was real fire for Lollipop. Lil Wayne was the biggest rapper when I was growing up. It was like him and Ludacris and T.I. Those are who was big when I was like in middle school.
What do you think, like with Drake, not with Drake, with Kendrick, like, you think this is going to lead to like Super Bowl day, a new album? I feel like something's got to be coming. Like
Twan thinks that because Drake drops projects and Drake's
quite a few.
Drake's notorious for dropping. Twan thinks that Kendrick has an album that's ready to go. That he will hit go the minute Drake drops his album. He thinks Drake's gonna announce and Kendrick's gonna be like, drop it. It's ready to go, drop it. And I think that
Charlemagne the God said that.
And I was like, ooh, that's savage.
Charlemagne the God said that he had heard that there was no way the FCC was going to allow him. He can say not like us, but they were not going to let him, like, legally. He wasn't gonna be able to say that pedo and he's a pedo and he like little girls, so he may have to change it up a little bit.
I mean, I don't know if he can legally say it. I mean, he got the lyrics is out. He already put it out and said like, you know, they not like us, they not like us. He's already made millions of dollars saying that he was trying to hit up a minor.
It's the biggest hip hop song of 2024
for sure.
Yeah.
Beyonce snubbed at the Country Music Awards.
Good old Giselle.
Not surprising.
Not surprising.
Not really at all. But like definitely like not cool.
Despite having the number one
the biggest opening
like
sales,
weeks.
the biggest opening sales week of any country album of the year.
Right.
Bigger than Post Malone, bigger than Morgan Wallen, bigger than
by the way,
anything.
Post Malone got 4 nominations.
Right. For his project that just came out. That F1 Trillion came out 3 weeks ago.
Child.
Right. And so I feel like Shabuzi got nominated for like 3-4 and immediately came out and said, Beyonce is the reason y'all know who I am.
True.
And
I want Shabuzi to put on lotion.
You want Shabuzi to put on lotion? You think he's ashy? Mm-hmm. No,
he needs some moisturizer.
So
he's
I don't
very
really like
cute,
the horn look.
Oh, look is fine, but his skin is dry. I'm always caught in like his face. He needs just a good shea butter. You can afford it.
No, I mean, he can definitely afford it.
Jergens
can afford it. He can afford it.
Rub your face, Shabuzi. I love his look.
Yeah, he's like very original looking, right? Very original. Oh, the dick is. I'm sure he's swinging bomb.
Yeah,
dick.
I feel like it's all good.
Right,
I think he's beautiful.
right.
You guys like around the same age? He can't be 30.
Shabuzi's definitely older than I am.
Oh, is he over 30?
I'm pretty sure he's over 30.
Oh, maybe he's near my age. Then.
Yeah, that
I didn't know
sounds more
that.
appropriate. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. Let me see. How old is Shabuzi? Was Tracy Chapman on Beyonce's album too? No?
She was on somebody's album.
Shabuzi is 29.
Okay, so not yet. Not yet. He was like 90 what?
95.
95, okay.
So he's 6 months older than I am.
Right. I feel like you guys are similar in age.
Right.
Getting near 30.
Who's getting near 30? I'm 22.
Well, you just told the people he's a couple months older than you. That's what you said. So you want to retract? Shabuzi. What is that with Beyonce? Why is it so hard for her to break through to white voters?
White people
I think it's
are
gotta
just
be voters.
racist.
It's not the listeners.
I think it's
because she's charting.
It's not. I think that white people. Beyonce represents this concept that's very difficult for white people to embrace.
But they love her.
But they don't.
You think that?
Country music is white men.
Oh, okay. Because I need this Paris. You're saying country music white people.
Yes.
Okay, I'm thinking you're not talking about white
people in general. No. Like Sabrina Carpenter people love Beyonce.
Of course.
Right. They love Beyonce.
Yes.
They love Rihanna.
She's a massive star.
They love that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
White women are down for Beyonce.
I saw it at my high seats last year.
Right.
I told you. I thought I didn't.
Men?
Oh no.
Not with the shits.
No.
And
white men are still majority Trumpers too.
Of course.
Yeah, they're not voting for Kamala.
So that Beyonce didn't get nominated for a CMA award is sad because she really had it was definitely a country album. It was definitely country as fuck. And I mean now what's probably going to end up happening is there will be a rebuke at the Grammys. That's what's probably going to happen.
That's what I'm thinking too.
There will probably be a rebuke at the Grammys where people will be like, you know what? Okay, you racist bitches didn't give her the country award at the country awards. She put out this whole country album. Word. Now we're going to give her the country album award at the Grammys. The prestigious version of yo shit. Now we're going to do that. And you can deal with that. I assume.
That then goes to, she did an interview with GQ looking bomb.
I didn't see the pictures, but I did. It's crazy that she gave an interview. But it makes more sense that it wasn't even an interview, that it was emailed back and forth.
Of
Beyonce's
course.
responses are so manicured.
Oh, you know it.
She don't
We
got
would never
time.
see the days where Beyonce go on The View like she did years ago. I used to watch her on like The View in like 2011. where
Right,
she had,
on
like,
Oprah.
Oprah.
On Tyra.
Tyra. Oh, she loved Tyra. Tyra
Right.
could get her to do some crazy shit.
Right. She
Look,
ain't doing none of that shit.
Ty and her Cool Ranch
She
eating
said we're gonna make
ass.
sure these are real.
What is Tyra doing? I wonder.
Tyra was hosting Dance with the Stars.
Yeah, that didn't last long.
Now it's being hosted by Alfonso, who won, and Julianne Hough, who also won, which I kind of like that.
That makes
I
sense.
was like, oh, they're winners.
Oh, well, I want to read this thing where she talks about the visuals. She says, well, no, first I want to read how, and you've always said this, I feel like.
I almost
about-
wore my Beyonce Renaissance shirt today. I almost wore that.
Yeah, mine is bootleg. I mean,
So is
like,
mine.
It was on that. It was on the outside of the concert.
Right. So was
You know,
mine.
the key toe.
But I really, because it was black. I almost
Yeah.
wore mine too.
And it's my way of we didn't tape last week on her birthday. It would have been her birthday when we taped. We took the week off. So
Oh, right.
happy birthday, Beyonce.
Happy birthday, Beyonce.
But they asked her about the new singers and all that she's listening to.
Who did she say?
She said, I love and respect, this is her quote, I love and respect all the female singer-songwriters who are out right now. Raye, R-A-Y-E.
I've seen that name before.
Victoria Monet.
Avi.
Sasha Keeble.
Heard that, I feel like I've heard that
Chloe
name
and
before.
Haley.
Right.
And Renee Rapp.
Oh,
Renee
Beyonce.
somewhere screaming.
Shitting herself.
She says, I love Doechii, who I've heard that new album is great.
Oh, Doechii's fire.
Doechii also performed
It
at
does
Black
not
Flea
surprise
Market.
me that Beyonce. I just told someone this, that Beyonce is gonna put Doechii on.
Yeah.
I just fucking told someone this the other day because Doechii is fire and Beyonce will make the call.
I saw our friend Simone last week in Compton, and Simone was on her way to see Doechii perform at Black Flea Market.
Oh, she was at Black Flea?
She was last Saturday.
Why didn't I get that call, Oko?
I didn't go.
Why didn't I get the call so that I could know? Because I would have went.
I should have told you she was been there. I didn't even know who she was really. I've
Oh
never
no,
listened.
she's so fire. Go listen. Nissan Altima.
She said, I love Doechii and Glorilla, and just heard the Mexican OT,
I don't know what that is.
who, by the way, he's a guy who was freaking out on Twitter since she said that he's from Houston also.
Right.
He's like freaking out.
Right.
She goes on to say, she says, he goes hard. I really like Please, Please, Please by Sabrina Carpenter.
Right.
And I think that the Sacred Souls and Chaperone are talented and interesting. And I'm obsessed with my Backseat Baby. I'm a Smiler, which I didn't even know.
I know who that is.
Smiley. I didn't think, because we never said this. So Smilers are what Miley Cyrus fans are called.
Oh.
I don't know what the connection. I don't know what.
Oh, her
that
name is
means.
Miley. Smiley.
Okay. So it is so many young folk right now that are like happy because it's something incredible that Beyonce, because this is not, you can tell this bitch know what she's saying. She just didn't just pick names.
Yeah.
A person that asks me whom I listen to, I'm going to say gospel music. I don't know none of these people.
Oh, I know the names of people I
So I
listen
think
to.
it's very nice that she is still like able to listen to music of younger people.
Beyonce got kids.
I mean, like, I don't see the similarity between her or Sabrina Carpenter. To me, I don't
That
know why
doesn't
she would
surprise
be
me that Beyonce
listening
likes
to her.
Sabrina Carpenter is making bona fide pop hits.
Well, you like Sabrina. Yeah.
She is. I was her little sweet, short and sweet, whatever fucking name I was like her. What's that song? Good Graces. It's pop candy. It is just white girl pop candy. And like Beyonce, when Beyonce was on her pop candy shit, Beyonce knew how to do you pop candy too. Check on
Yes,
it.
she did.
Crazy in Love, pop candy. Like, you know what I mean? Just like,
Which she said
check on
in
it.
this article with GQ that she doesn't do anymore. She says that she's made a decision years ago to not, that pop star thing is not her thing. She's just doing
What she
music.
wants to do.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm Beyonce.
I'm Beyonce.
But they did ask her relatedly, lastly, they asked her, well, was your decision to move away from music videos a deliberate one? You pioneered and perfected the visual album to such an extent that it was striking to see Cowboy Carter and Renaissance released without any. Here's Beyonce. She said, quote, I thought it was important that during a time where all we see is visuals, that the world can focus on the voice. The music is so rich in history and instrumentation. It takes months to digest, research, and understand. The music needed space to breathe on its own. Sometimes a visual can be a distraction from the quality of the voice and the music. The years of hard work and detail put into an album that takes over 4 years.
Right.
The music is enough. The fans from all over the world became the visual. We all got the visual on tour. We then got more visuals from my film. Beyonce said, fuck y'all.
She
Y'all
said,
ain't
fuck
getting
y'all, y'all
none.
not getting
I'm
shit.
done.
That is what she said.
I don't know why y'all keep asking me that bullshit.
She said, right.
Go watch Black is King.
Right.
She's done.
She says, I'm on camera in places.
Yeah.
I've done it.
I think it's great. I don't know.
I think she'll give us some visuals sooner or later. The next album will probably have some visuals.
So you don't think it's like done?
No. But like Beyonce likes to be on camera. But like yeah, I do. But like, she was, she could she could be like, word, no visuals. So what probably happened was Beyonce like made some visuals and ain't like them that much. And
well, that's what we were hearing. That she made a whole. She made
that.
that's for. I don't know about Capitol Carter, but for Renaissance for sure.
Right.
They said that she just scrapped them. That Virgo energy, like she didn't like them, and she said, "Fuck it."
Right.
Capitol Carter. I know I listened to way more than you did. Visually, I don't know what I.
What songs do you listen to on Cowboy Carter still?
Still,
right.
I haven't listened in a while.
Right.
I took a break, and I did listen to it quite a bit.
I haven't
listened in like a month or so.
I listen to the
I do love it.
I listen to Yaya's in my playlist.
Oh yeah, you like Yaya.
So is that one with Miley is in there. That's in my playlist too. I like that she said she's a Miley Cyrus fan.
I'm sure Miley likes that too. I like that she said Glorilla. I like that. I mean, I like Glorilla. I'm gonna listen to Doechii.
You would like Doechii is a bitch from the South. Swampy. Right. Now she's a swamp bitch from the South.
Right. Now she did because her new album, I think, what is it called? Came out at like 136 on the Billboard Hot 200.
It was like a little. I don't think it was an album. It was like a little project.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Boom, boom, bitch. I think Doechii's.
I saw videos of the people at the Black Flea Market when I tell you they were getting their life.
Doechii's
they were getting their life. So that's all that matters. She has a fan base.
She's fire as fuck. She's fired. The songs are good. Her new record, Nissan Altima, Alter Ego. She's in the swamp with a machine gun and JT, looking bad as fuck. Just doing it up. You got a lot of notes over there.
No, one thing. Armie Hammer. We do talk about him.
That
before?
was the guy who ate someone or threatened to.
Yeah, like a cannibalist.
Cannibalistic thing. And he was selling timeshares in the Caribbean.
And also was forced to sell his favorite truck. Because supposedly he can't afford it.
Right.
In January, yeah. So I don't.
He was a movie star. He was in movies with J-Lo, and then they had to shoot the whole movie over with a new person.
Right. And he also became real popular with that gay film. What is it? Call Me by That Name. I hated that movie.
I didn't see it, but it's him and Timothy Chalamet.
Yes, I saw it in theater with an old friend of mine. I
don't watch gay movies, and I don't like white people. So.
Yeah.
Not really. Not white men. I can kind of get into white women sometimes.
So, what was funny was that, this is why I'm bringing it up, because people on Twitter went to saying, Armie, why wouldn't you do OnlyFans?
Right, because hoes would pay for that.
And it was like...
And did he start one?
Not yet, but that would be... You talking about could make a lot of money. He would do great.
He's hot.
Yes, people would watch. People would subscribe.
He's hot.
Armie, you don't got to be broke for long. You can go back and get your Tundra.
He about to go. Yeah, he about to go start popping.
Because he's already in like gay men's fantasies with that movie.
That's so funny.
My biggest issue
why don't you start an OnlyFans? He
about to start
that shit today.
You know he is. Probably Call Me Thy Name or something. Right. My biggest issue with that movie was the premise of it was he's this teacher who is from America in Europe in the 80s. And Timothy's parents allow him to rent a room and they start fucking.
Him and the kid.
Yes.
Right.
And in what world can that happen in our life? It felt so white.
Right.
Ain't no way. I know I come from bitches in the South who had a lot of people who lived.
And the parents were okay with it?
No, I come from bitches in the South that live 20 miles away. Wait. I come from bitches in the South that live 20 miles away from, let's say, where they worked. So they also rented rooms out with families.
Right.
But ain't no way in hell are you renting a room out and then fucking somebody's child.
Right.
And they calling that romance.
Right.
So it really infuriated me because it felt like, what in the white sick shit is this?
Right.
This has never happened in Black America.
Well, and it's interesting to like
especially not as a queen.
To like pedophile.
Not
pedophile, but yes, but like to put it on a pedestal.
Right.
Amplify it.
Yeah. And then to call it like this is a movie that they were really like billing as like a romance or a great story. The ending of it is like the kid, Timothy, like contemplating his life and he's like looking at a fireplace. And I told a friend who I was with, I said, is he going to jump in it?
Is he going to jump in it?
And she thought it was so funny.
Is he gonna jump in
I
it?
said, please, let's end this movie on the right way.
Right.
And I saw Timothy at a party after that.
Right.
I wanted to talk about it. I was going to tell them my issues with it, like from a cultural standpoint. But all he wanted to talk about was Will and Chris because it had just happened and he was at the Oscars.
Right.
So that's all he wanted to talk about. Literally, all he said to me was the slap.
This is all it's on.
The slap.
The slap. It was on the minds. It was a very
The slap, honey.
The slap heard around the world.
All right, are we done?
What's last?
Okay, we got Martha.
Stewart?
Yeah. Or Boosie. It'd just be dragging Boosie, so it ain't gonna work.
No, we don't got a Boosie. Let's Martha. We can't. I can't do this. Nah, I can't. That I can't do.
Good old dragon Boosie. So Snoop Dogg is reportedly playing matchmaker for Martha because Martha wants a man and can't get one.
Martha got a couple of minutes left.
Martha look good though.
Sure, she did.
She looks great to be like 84.
Right.
Oof. That teased hair.
Martha said, I need some dig.
The domestic diva has enlisted her bestie, Snoop Dogg. Was that you that told me he's on The Voice?
Snoop is on The Voice.
I saw the billboards on the way walking here. Him, who you didn't tell me was Gwen. I didn't know she was.
Yeah, it's
on
like
there.
him and Gwen and some other people.
And
do you know
Michael
that The Voice?
Bublé.
Do you know that The Voice shoots 2 seasons at the same time?
That makes sense.
Did you?
I didn't know that, but
I
it kind of
didn't.
makes sense because it's always around.
It is always remember.
I don't know why Snoop is on there though.
They're shooting 26 and 27 right now. Right now.
Okay, so the one that comes out on because the billboard said
26.
but it said 9/23 is when it come out. What season is that? That's not the one
It's
that
26.
Okay.
But they're also shooting 27.
Well, the winners don't get nothing. What do they
The
do?
Voice is the dumbest show ever. The Voice has made no one popular.
People love it. My mom.
Like who? Like the American
I think
Idol
it's just
gave
for
us
entertainment.
American Idol gave us people. Dancing with the Stars gave us people. Fucking So You Think You Can Dance gave us people. X Factor gave us people. Simon Cowell gave you some people. America's Got Talent. Joey Fatone is all the fuck over Vegas. Okay? The Pentatonics all over. The Jabberwockies, ACBD, the Dance Crew show, all these shows gave us people. Who has The Voice created? 27 seasons. Who? No one's playing this shit. Even the nigga from the Netflix show with Cardi B and D Smoke came from that one. Like I could think of these competition shows are supposed to make celebrities.
D Smoke is the black
rapper
guy from here.
Yeah.
Who mom died a couple of weeks ago.
I didn't know that, but yeah.
TikTok showed me some videos of her funeral and him and his brothers and his father up there singing at her funeral. And I heard that she got in a car accident. So it was like complications a couple years she'd been suffering. But she was like a true, their whole family was like a LA family, like
Right.
deep LA who have done things, singing and rapping.
Right.
So it's devastating. I'm glad that you mentioned that, just holding space for her because it's really like devastating to the community of her passing. And she was maybe 50 something years old.
That's sad.
Very young. But you were saying
Just
with
like,
The Voice.
The Voice makes no celebrities.
I don't think
Like,
that's the purpose. I think the purpose is
but
people
there's
like
no
my mom
the
who
purpose.
just watch.
The purpose of an artist going on The Voice is that you become fucking Fantasia.
But wasn't that American Idol's purpose?
But no, that's all
they're
of the
not doing
purpose
that
of
now
all these
either.
shows. They get record deals. Yeah, there's all these things. Yes, they do.
But they're not doing anything for the last 10 seasons.
Exactly, because the winners of The Voice fucking aren't very
I'm talking
good.
about even Idol with Lionel. Them people, we don't know those people no more.
I don't know who the new American Idol people are.
I honestly, Katy Perry's whole tenure, and she's done now. I couldn't tell you one person that I heard won that show.
I couldn't either.
No way. I think that I don't. Same with America's Got Talent right now. I think that they're just entertainment now. They're not doing what they set out to do. We just done got old. I know you're a kid, but just the years done went fast to where we remember the genesis of these shows, where it was making you a star. It's not doing that anymore because it's oversaturated.
Right.
They're not doing it. I mean, Kelly.
The young people like me, I graduated high school in 2022.
Right. I mean, when you think about like 2001, seeing a competition with Simon Cowell and a middle-aged Paula Abdul.
2001, I wasn't even born yet.
I know. I was watching it, and we had to call the telephone to vote for Fantasia. And you rooted for her because you felt like, because there was no social media. So you felt like this is the only way this country girl from North Carolina is going to get her big break.
If I call right now. So
and then she gave us fucking R&B bops.
Bop for years.
For years, bump what your friends say. She gave us bops. So I feel like we just, it's not working. But my mom, who is, she loves The Voice.
Right.
And I was surprised. I didn't know this until recently. She watches every season. She can tell you the host. She can tell you who her favorite were. And I thought, this is a 50-plus-year-old, almost 60-year-old black woman who's nearing retirement. That's what they're for, just entertainment.
My grandma watches what's the one with the dancers and the professionals and the non-professionals?
Dancing with the Stars.
That one.
That's the one that Phaedra Parks is on this season.
Yes.
And somebody making controversy because it's a bitch with like an ankle bracelet. So she straight out to jail.
That's funny.
A white girl.
Who
they asked Phaedra what set up competition. Phaedra said, not really. She won't get that far.
Right.
Read Faye.
Dancing with the Stars. I would love to do Dancing with the Stars. I'd probably do well.
You? Mm-hmm. Oh, you would do great. You could teach you a dance. Yeah, you could pass a double blade.
Right.
No. That's actually like, that would be like your type of show. You could really excel at that.
I do okay. I'll probably make it through a couple weeks.
No, more than a couple weeks.
Right.
I could see you winning because you could get focused in on something.
If we have to be, it has to be amazing.
And you have the body, you have the strength. There's a strength to your body. You could lift a bitch.
I could. One of these little 100-pound bitches. Yeah.
It ain't happening with me.
Right.
On no day. And I mean not one. So I think that is true. But quickly with Martha. So Martha need a man. And Snoop is helping his friend. That was why they were together in Paris. He invited her because he was making bread to come to Paris during the Olympics.
Right.
And he was like, come and let's go. I got a roster of friends. I'm going to hook you up.
I got some old white men you might like.
Snoop got white men?
I'm sure.
All right.
I'm sure Snoop has lawyers and executives and phone calls.
I don't know what Snoop going to be saying on The Voice, but God bless.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know.
That's funny.
I was supposed to go to a taping the other day.
I remember that, yeah.
I didn't go. Maybe I'll go next week. Thank you for watching this episode of
Alrighty.
Late Nights with Oko and Koko. It's episode, I don't know the fuck. I think we're gonna stop with the episode numbers.
Let's stop.
Right.
It's pressure.
But it's been a few.
We will tell you when the anniversary is, though.
Right.
We will say that.
That is coming up.
Yes, we got a couple months.
Yeah. All right. Stay fabulous. Until next time, y'all. Bye.